Welcome back. This is Martin and I Game 2. We are here on Ragnarok playing Ark Survival Evolved. And good news is I realized that I was missing BB-8, my companion, and I found her over in the desert. And so I went and picked her up. And so been kind of busy. There's since our last adventure there, taming all that stuff. There's been, I'm trying to get some taming lines going or some breeding lines going. And down below me, you see I had those Allosauruses that I picked up. And so they are trying to mix their stats and everything like that, picked up in here. In here, so these are their first babies there. So we'll breed now this 246 with this 219, and we should have, and these right here were twins, and so we should have a good variety of colors and stuff between those two there. For the RG, we have a health mutation, so that would bring us up to 230, so we're going to let her grow up a little bit. For the pterodons, I have a second stamina mutation. So instead of doing the one that had the stamina and the health we found yesterday, I don't remember where we had one that had stamina and health, and so I'm just going to have the two stamina mutations in that one, and nothing new there for the tape jars. And so that's kind of where we're going with this one here. So I've been watching that pretty close. I need to make sure I have plenty of food in here. I do. And so we're good to go there. And let's see. So I have 4 pterodon females. And then I have my original male right up there. And then I have my first mutation, which is the stamina mutation. And I've turned him off now because I'm waiting for that second stem mutation one in there. And then my RGs, this is my male, and so he'll stay right there where he's at. And then these two females there will then, when I get that mutated RG, he's going to be right here where I'm standing. And so that way, if we need to go back to the original, I have the original unmutated male there, if that's for the tape jars, what we need to do is we need to switch them out. So I've got the originals 224 and the 216, and so what I need to do is I'm going to search through my tape jars, and I can get any one of these, but I'm looking for some that has some vibrant colors that would, work well here. And those are kind of boring there, but it may be that these are boring and we're going to have to get another tape jar to throw in some colors or depend upon the mutations. And so, so let's look through here. There's some browns and almost blacks, black. A few greens and browns and stuff in that one. Notice they're all 240s. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these two up because I am done with them with the exception of where they're traits. Fatty and cowardly. So I may use those traits later on if I don't find anything better. So let's pull 2 of those tape jars out. And so there's a kind of a 25 on that first one, 25, there's a double. I don't want the double one. Okay, but that one right there, that's got 2 14s. That one has a good variety of colors there. And now let's see if we can find a male that will complement. So this has, is there any that the male has? Well, there's a 28. This one has a 28 on it. Did these have a 28 at all? 214, so I already have a 14 over here. Does have a 26, has a 13, 25. And so I'm just kind of looking through to see what colors would. So I wouldn't want this one because this starts off with a 22 and a 14. We'll already have the 22 and the 14, 22 and 25. Hang on. 14, but it has 14 over there. 13, 32. It's got 13, 36, 26. So this one right here is probably who I'm going to start off using. And I'm not going to go very big on the tape jar. So I'm just going to have one female and the starter male out. He's a little big there, so we'll do it that way. And then we can set a multi-passive. And then we'll copy this, and then this should get us a 240 baseline perfect pair that we can start mutating off of. So we'll be looking for, and their children, not 240, but 242. So if they had, well, there's one right there. What does it have a mutation? It's got a melee mutation. So what we may do then, do I want melee? I don't necessarily want melee. I want stamina and weight on them. So, but that's where that 28 come in. So that's the reason why I didn't realize the level, but I was looking at the colors and I didn't see a 28 anything else. So I'm putting that. So we'll let these guys here breed up a little bit and see what they get, and then I think, are you on or off? Okay, you're off. So they're not going to lay eggs until I get that next one, until it grows up and everything like that. And then same thing over here. He's off until that next one gets up there. So those guys are good to go there. We have our aloes back there. That's these are the best stats of the aloes that I had. But if you remember, we tamed a ton of bison. And so what I did was I made a little place for my bison. So I have a little stable over here. Some of those rocks grew back, but that's fine. And in the stable, I have my bison. So this is the first breeders and stuff that I have in here. And so here I'm looking for this one right here to grow up. And then, because I've mixed several of my bison together to get two sets of bison. So I got a 239 set and then a 229 over there. And so when I mixed up together, then I get up to a 246. And so I'm going to wait for this guy to grow up. He's at 11%. And then I'm going to replace this one, which is I need to turn him off. So I'll replace him, which is my original 229. No, I don't need him anymore because I'm going to have a base 240. This guy will end up being my original 246 base bison with no mutations. And then I'll let him breed with these two over here, and they will get me some females of 246. And then I'll just set the male in here. He reaches all the way over here to this other side, mates with all of those females, and then I can put I can leave the original in, and then I can put the mutated one in, and then and that way I have the original there if I need it for some reason. The reason why I would need that original is, let's say I have a female with the correct mutation, and so I can turn everybody off and just breed that new female with my male, my base male, and that'll get until I get a male that has that mutation, and then I can pop that male in and swap him out as my main breeder on there. My thylos are doing fine. I would like to get better thylos. So we're at 218. Did this guy have a mutation? Random mutation. I don't know where that came from. I'll have to look at the males in here to see what's going on. Oops, turn that on. Okay, so the thylos. 216, no mutation. 216, no mutation. Was there a new one that was born? It's the new one. And it's born with a stamina mutation, but it's a female. So I'm just going to let them go for a few days and then see what happens. They mate about every couple of hours. I think an hour and a half or something like that is what they go for. And then my griffins, I have mated the two griffins that I had there, and they had twins right off the bat. And then I was looking at their stats. These two twins right here. These are the twins. These two twins right there. If you notice, the colors are in the same spots. And then I mated this one. What did I do? I should have another one somewhere. $38, $35. These are all from the same. I thought, because I was looking at it and I saw Skywalker has a little bit better stats in a couple of categories, and I may have put that original female in here. Where's the Griffin? I think that was her right there. 200. So let me check that out. I may have picked her up before she was able to mate. I thought I'd give them plenty of time. Let's see what her and Skywalker has. So Skywalker has 41 in melee and 38 in... so I think it's the 41 in melee that I needed to mix into the line. So let me look at these over here, make sure that's what it was. Okay, so for these right here, they have 35 and 40 on that. So they have a little bit better 35. Okay, so Skywalker started out with a little bit better health and a little bit better melee. They had better stamina, and Skywalker had better weight, I believe. And so what I wanted to do was to mate Skywalker with one of these, this female, until we get a male that has Skywalker's stuff. Okay, he's ready to mate, and she's ready to mate in 30 minutes. Okay, so I may have picked her up too early. So, so I've got a huge breeding program going on over here. these tape jars, these original tape jars that have the traits, I'm putting all of those trait animals over in here, and I'll probably just run my traits out of this house over here. In this. So these are the wild tamed tape jars. If you'll notice, they all have a trait down there. This one is warm. It's right there on the bottom there. This one has carcass berry. This one has two phonetic. Got a protective. This was a supposed to be a 150 or 145 Paleoraptor that taming got butchered by my griffin as he reacted and stuff like that. So I have some of these. Most of them I probably won't use, but I have them just in case I want to use their traits here when I get to the level, which is let's see, where do we get the trait gun? Surely we get it before then. So here's the trait gun at 86. And so once I get to level 86, I can get the trait gun, I can get the gene storage, and I'll be able to move those traits over to a newborn. So I'm just at 78. I'm hoping to get to 80, okay, very quickly. And then on my resource stuff, I am so close to getting that 100,000. I'm going to try to knock that out here real quick so I have that. But I'm going to wait and put those. No, I need to probably do that now. Because I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put these traits into Speedy Harvester. And the harvesting arena grants 5% movement speed per stack. And then, so it should speed me up to go. I have 9 points, so it's only going to cost me, I believe, 6. And so it becomes a Speedy Harvester. I was thinking about this bonded taming, but I typically play in a way that I will do exactly what I'm doing. I'll tame something, I'll tame a male and a female, and then I'll breed them together and then use their fully imprinted child before I really kind of go out and do anything, with them. And so this right here, I can get up to 30% on a wild tame after I tame it, but it's not the 100%. And so over here it talks about imprinting, and I really don't have to worry about imprinting with the Dino Storage mod. So I don't think I'm going to go down this way here. Do I want tracker, track any of the following enemies, structures, resource? I don't know if I want to go there, but I did want to get that one. What I was thinking about trying to do is to get this mounted opportunist. Whenever a mount kills an enemy, it has a 15% chance to restore 15% of its maximum stamina. So I think that would be a good skill to go by. And then this Essence Eater, whenever you kill an animal, it has a 10% chance to gain 2.5% increase in damage for 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So you can get 7.5% 10% chance to get 7.5% increased damage for 20 seconds, and I think that would work really well for bosses. And this spectral mount, I think, would be really cool to run through caves and stuff like that. So while spectral cannot be targeted by wild creatures, ignores all stamina costs, and you cannot be forcibly dismounted from it. So I think that's what I want to do, is to go this line right there. I don't do a lot with grenades. I might get the heavy-handed, but we do have those Drakelings that prevent the fall damage, so I'm not sure about that one. This right here, I think, could be cool. Um, I think this, you know, me building and stuff like that, that would be really nice there. Mass production, that would be nice. Telekinesis, that could be nice as well. Um, and this right here could be nice. So what I might do is, I think I'm going to go down this line over here. I can gotta put 3 points in it right now. Or do I already have that one? Okay, so I already have this right here. So if I put, okay, so I need more points there. Okay, so this cost 1 per, 2 per, 3 per. I thought I had 3, but maybe this is 4. Cost of 4. Okay, so once I get this right here filled up, then I'll be able to put points and stuff into that one. All right, so that's kind of what's going on. You still have 30 minutes before you need to make. We'll just take Skywalker out here and kind of overview of the island so far. We've got our aviary over there. I do need to get a female, low-level female Rex. Chitin and narcotics, not going to bother with that one. Do need a female Rex. I'll go get that yellow one though. And I was over here on this other island chasing loot drops, and I was going to tame a level 20 female Rex for the eggs, and it happened to attack some Brontos that ended up killing it, and so I didn't get it. So I went around. I think I have a Rex down right now that I need to put some meat in it. I forgot I did that. Okay, so there's some scubas and a Megalodon saddle. Okay. So hopefully that Rex is still alive. He had a trait of a level 3 angry. And I'm not sure what it is, but it sounded like a good trait for a Rex. And so when we pick him up, he should be over here somewhere. Let's those saber-tooths immediately. May track him here, see if he's still around. I forgot all about him. Up there. We need tames in progress. There he is. Okay, so let's see where he is. Here he is. All right. Hopefully nobody's messed with him. And he should be hungry enough to eat prime meat. Does he do better with prime meat or with cooked meat? It's not prime meat. So let's see what he does. Waiting for the hyenodons to spawn right on top of us so that we, not that it matters on the effectiveness, but okay, so now if we come over here and look at him, I'll take that back. says show traits. He has angry 3. Gain an outgoing damage boost as the health fails. So as he gets hurt, his output damage is going to be more. So this is going to be a really, really nice trait to actually have for him. And so I'm going to name him 3 Angry. And then so when I get my Rex breeding line going, which I haven't found a good female yet. I have a couple of, there's an alpha Rex over there that I need to take care of. But once I get a good female Rex, I have a couple of potential male Rexes that I can start it up with and kind of get it going and get all the stats straight. And then once you get, you know, good stats going, then it makes it a lot easier to add stats to your line then as we go along. So that's kind of the plan that we have. I don't see any more female Rexes. These are the Brontos that killed the female Rex that I wanted to tame. Alright. You guys want to mess with these boys? I'm pretty done with it. Unfortunately, I don't have beer to tame those guys. I need to probably think about getting some beer going. I've never tamed one of those before. I don't really know why I would want one, but I guess it would be cool. And then we come over here. And we do need to get back into the water so I can get my water tames going. And so I have this whole breeding area in here that I'll have designated for my water tames. And what's in there? There is a level 60 Megalodon in there currently. But I'll block this off when I do that. I do have some gigantic... Is that the same one? Yeah. Gigantic gates there that I can put right there, and that should prevent anything from coming in through there. And no big hurry on that since I don't have anything in here. Just can't go swimming in there, but I have my swimming pool. Oh, and another thing that's interesting is I can't land right here because this is technically water. So the level that my foundations are at is considered water because I wanted it just so that it'd be like a swimming pool, so it'd be like that at that same level. So I can't land right there. I think I can right here, because that's where the stuff is, but it's just, it's like this right here, and I can't land right there. I'm hitting the land button quite a little bit right there. Okay, so that leads us to today. I have my stone. Where's my Jawa collector? She's way over there. Let me go get her real quick. And I'll put this 3 Angry Rex into that box there in my house. But let's see, is she full? About halfway full. We're gonna go ahead and fill her up with stone. And we're going to unload her. So right now she is set to collect only stone. And so she won't get stuff like trees or good and bad and stuff like that. But and then she'll hit these right here, I believe, and get a massive amount of stone as she hit them. May not even hit these nodes anymore. They must have changed that. So usually, you can probably do it manually, but you can go up to a metal node with a Nodigerous and just get a ton of stone out of it. So 2 or 3 times what you would get out of a normal rock that size. And so we'll just go around here and just kind of get her filled up a little bit more. It is kind of hard to see just how full she is, but we used a lot of stone there, or I used a lot of stone on the fence around the bison area. And that was very interesting. But I like using the pieces that I did, which is the foundation pieces, to go horizontally on it, because that's kind of what it looks like a real bison fence would look like. You know, it's got those horizontal pieces there. And I did put a bison let it wander in there when the low level one's in there to see if she could get out, and she couldn't. So once I get my line going, I'm gonna throw some bison in there. Let's knock this one down here while we're here. Or are you absolutely full? Okay, absolutely full. So now I can come over here and drop her. She's in my loading zone. And where'd she go? She should be in my loading zone. Distribute items. I'm going to unload, quick unload. Okay. And so now we distribute that, and those actually go right into there. And evidently there's some there that, what's in there that's not? Okay, so those right there. My organic polymer is filled up. So what I want to do is I want to sand whatever organic polymer that I have left over, organic. Look, all of it is going to this glass. It is 100% filled up. So I'm going to sand now, I'll go 75 and 25 here. And then anytime it has organic polymer, it'll send the others, it'll send some over there. Oh, and this happened here the other day too. What happens if we do 50-50? What happens if we do quick setup? Okay, so now if I do quick setup, distributed, I think it took some stuff out of my bill as well. We'll take this right here. And, oh, I know why it's not doing that. What's making me heavy? Oh, all this meat. A little more meat over here in the food trough. I don't want to put corn on Wander just because I don't want her to wander into the ocean like my turtle did. What do I have in here? What do I need to pick it up? We have the saddle. So we do need to get a Megalodon. And I have some more scuba stuff. And I'm full there. And so I'm going to just... Oops, that doesn't go in there. Over in here. Okay, so now we look through here, and I'm going to find... I don't really need that piece there. Much rather have that one. I'm going to grind this one. See, how's my legs look there. They're pretty good there. I'm going to grind that and then just put these in there, and we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so I'll try to keep 2 sets of armor. Put that in there. I don't need that. What do we have here? Okay, I know what we have there. Okay, so in the visual storage, I need to have some place to put my meat. And so I think this is ceiling rack. That's these right here. Okay, so this one does my meat stuff. And so I need about, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't want to put my jerky, hang my jerky in over there, but I can probably do 10 of these. And then I'm going to put it in my storage upstairs, right above me where I'm at, in the little medium pantry. And I think I already have the ceiling racks are ready for these things to go on it. Wait for these things to finish up. Okay, so now I come up here to upstairs storage. This is my pantry. Open it up, and I had these racks over here already on the ceiling, and so I'm going to just start stacking. Okay, and so this is for raw meat, and then I'm going to do raw mutton, raw prime, raw fish, raw prime fish, okay, and not those 2. And then I'm going to come up here to the front. I'm going to do this, cooked, 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 cooked. That do it? Yeah. So you'll notice that I have some cooked lamb, I have some raw prime, and I have some raw stuff there. So now when I come down here and deposit, I can deposit that. That puts this over into this distribution unit, and now when I distribute it, why did it not distribute? Let's see, did that fill up already with just that raw stuff there? No, it didn't put anything up there. Oh, I know why. I put my deposit in here. I'm going to deposit that. Now, come over here. So here's my distribution menu. So now what I need to do is I need to go down and find the raw fish meat. So it's going to go onto the fish rack. And then raw meat needs to go onto the raw meat rack. And I'm going to put, well, I'm not going to do 50-50 just because it's having a problem. I'm going to put all these things on their meat rack that I just put up there. And now if I go cooked lamb chop, I'll put that up there. Cooked prime meat, cooked fish meat on its rack, cooked meat on its rack. I didn't have a rack for jerky. on its rack, and then I'm going to put this into the industrial preserving bin. And then when I do so, I save. Now when I distribute, everything is gone. So all of that stuff is gone. And when I come up here, there it is, it's hanging up here. So I have that, all the meat and stuff will be hanging up in here. And this is powered, so this is kind of like a refrigeration unit. I had the same type of stuff going on with the berries. Notice I'm out of narco berries right now, it looks like. I'm full on biotoxin. Actually, it's 875 out of 5,000. I'm full on the organic polymer. That's the reason why I couldn't put any more in there. I have kept most of my veggies over on in the kitchen area so far. But I have that set up there if I need to. So yeah, that's kind of a neat little thing. It just makes it organizing your stuff that much better. Okay, so let's go put 3 Angry Rex up where he can be, we can take that off of him later, that trade off of him. And so here's all the ones. I've got a high endurance on this Griffin here, which when I get my forever mount Griffin, fully imprinted, maximum stats and stuff like that, I'll have that 2 high endurance on him. Thylos warm, carcass berry, high endurance. None of that's really. I do have this female ovis, and I have some bison there. Those are those baby bison there that I had tamed, and I think these are some of the original females and males that I used to mix and get the stats that I have right there. But I've got the cowardly, the fatties. I've even got some for. This is a saber-tooth excitable, and there's my carefree, and then there's my 3 angry in there. So yeah, that's kind of how I've got my stuff set up. My Doedicurus was able to kind of wander around and just kind of get whatever stone they could find, and just automatically puts it up into this, and I think some into the about out of obsidian too. I made a whole bunch of polymer here the other day, and then so that stone is full, so the rest of that stone is going into the deal. I wish you could maybe stack these bins, so I have a couple bins high. My flint is completely full. I've got room for that. My wood is now completely, I filled that before we started here. And so fiber, I got tons of fiber, because moss chops, where are you at, Chopper? Are you full? You are full. Let's get you over here and unload you. Take a look, see what you have here. So you have tons of fibers, some silk, rare flowers, rare mushrooms, berries. Okay, and so we need to then quick unload 1,700 items from that one dino, and you can see he just ate, and so he started picking that up right there. And it looks like I have a little buff going on right up there. Let me see what that is. Speedy Harvester activated. Okay, so this was due to that trait that, those bonus points, or not bonus points, those little skills chart that I got that speedy. So I can have it up to 5. Resets every time I set that, so I can just kind of go around and speed me up and everything like that while I'm doing this. I'm going to see if I can really quickly here just finish up that one deal. Oh, I'm up to 6 now. Finish up that fungus quest. Out of stamina, it looks like. Alright, and then it got all the way up to 6x movement speed, I think, after you do something. And so now let's see how much nothing to deposit. Right there. Quick unload. 13,000 items there that we just unloaded from. Okay, so now where does that put? Oh, I did. I got those. I got a new set. So I needed to. There's an alpha megalodon and a deep sea crate, rare flowers, obsidian, tame, an equus, tape jar, thorny dragon, imprint. This right here might be the easiest one to do, to tell the truth. So I think we're going to select that one. Where's that one at? Yeah, that one's there. Alright. So when I get 3 more points, I'll be able to fill that up, and then I'll start working on that one. So what was I needing to do? Ocean skirmisher. Alright, so I need to get back into the ocean there. Various Sarco. Alpha Megalodon, Deep Sea. I think I got a really good berry saddle here the other day. And I do like a good berry on it, or not a berry on it, Basilosaurus. There, 129 ascended. Do I have a Sarco? I do, so that wouldn't be impossible to make. So we could go out and look for a Sarco, and the way I do it, look for a breeding pair of Sarcos. Get in the ocean and then take care of that alpha. All right. Oh, so forget my train of thought. So I've got a few of these things out wandering around. The Perrys don't actually harvest anything, but your Dodicarus will, and that's my Jawa traveler, and the Moss Chops will, and the Beaver will. If you put them, they will passively eat wood. And so I have an idea about being able to place a Cascaroides, which is your beaver, at a tree, and just have that tree, just when the tree is there, it eats it, but when it respawns, you know, it eats it again and stuff like that, and I should just be able to pull off of that beaver anytime I want to. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping happens. And so I want to go get a beaver to see if that would be the case. So if so, then that would give me a passive wood gatherer. That I can not have to go out and gather the wood all the time, even and thatch. That was kind of a pretty little big deal on us back there. Right there. My BB-8 was getting in there. So I'm not sure exactly what this BB-8 does when I'm up in the air. I get teleports, but then every once in a while I see him on the ground. So. So I think I have enough kibble to kibble tame one, or at least get it mostly kibble tame. And then I know I have enough algae to finish it off. These are not the easiest tames as far as the knockout tame, because they are their torpor goes down quite easily, and we'll raid some beaver dams while we're here with some more cementing paste, since it looks like I was out. And then I get plenty of wood to this as well. So I can then check everything over there. Sources. Oh, did they have any good ready? The Carefree. Not sure what Carefree does. Okay, so here's one over here. 55. It looks pretty cool, but it is just a 55. There's that heavy hitting. I'll get to that. It looks cool enough that I might actually try to knock it out. I like the blue feet on this one. 50 there. Yeah, here where it's safe. I didn't make a trap. I would normally do a drop trap. Just kind of drop it in there. But I think we can probably put it somewhere where it'll be relatively safe, and then I can sit on I use my hanky. I need to put you up, so I can just sit on my hanky and then take it. Yeah, he looks cool. Oh, that's all we need. It needs 2 superior kibble. I'm not gonna waste superior kibble on that guy though. Do I have my? I head back over to the base. And I think what I want is just my algae for him. And I moved all of my eggers and algae producers and stuff over to here in my bee, because this is where I'm going to have my my cooker, my industrial cooker, when I get over here. So I should have eggs. I've got eggs over there, but they're so heavy. I was just going to pull the eggs over here. So I've got my extraordinary, my simple, I've got regular, and then this is superior, and I need the female Rex so that I can make the superior stuff. Did I get what I needed? Yeah, I got that. Okay, so now we'll teleport back. Oh, I need some narco berries. Pull here. NAR. Corn has some. Roll. There we go. That is plenty. I love to be able to pull. If you ever switch to pool, you'll never want to go back. It's running around here. You got to go over here, pick up this thing, go over here, pick up that thing. You're too late, so you got to take multiple trips. You know, it's too heavy because you got to take multiple trips and everything. We'll give you a little bit of this. Hopefully you tame up pretty quick on that. Yeah, you should have only about 4 there. That'll be plenty. Okay, so in the meantime, let's go see if we can find maybe even a high-level female. And then we can breed those and get all the stats of the high-level female and some of the colors of the male. Okay. Diurnal. If I can get something like level 2 or 3 plant bearer, I mean that would be really, really nice to have on your main beaver. They already have a wood reduction, but the plant bearer would give it an additional on top of it. 5 female. I'm looking for a 150. Wrong button. I dump everything to the RV so that I can do stuff like this. Everything into the weight of an RV so I can do stuff like this. I'll put this over there as well. That over there. Okay. Okay, so we're looking for Gigantoraptor. We'll go get a Gigantoraptor here too before too long. Mineral berry. I don't need mineral berry. If you'll notice something, I added a new mod to the server, and that new mod is noticeable on the very far right of my screen. If you'll notice that all of the food icons, the water icons, the health stuff is now colorized. And so I thought that was really cool. Alright, I don't see any beavers here. Is this one tamed up yet? No, not yet. Okay. To get him tamed up, and we may go to the other redwoods and see what they have up there. If the thing you guys already. There we go. Why did I not pick it up? Oh, look at that little baby. You got two quick hitting. Wonder if that would help out on I'm not really worried about them too much. If I see something like that, I may pick it up. Depending upon how much trouble it's going to be. All right, let's go back and get this guy, and then I don't know why it didn't let me pick up any more of the wood stuff. Patchy. Yeah, this one's heavy hitting too. I knew it had a good trade. I thought it might have been quick hitting, but heavy hitting. So. All right, so now let's head back to the base. Okay, now notice my RG has the wood, all those types of things. I'm going to keep the narco berries on me because I don't want those put up. The cementing paste, everything like that, and then I come over here, quick unload. What's left on you? Just the stuff here that doesn't go into the storage. And so it's really kind of convenient. So now, let me see, has Skywalker made it yet? Because you're a lot easier to get around on sometimes. Ready to mate. Okay. What do we have in here? Okay, so that's their egg right there. So since I have twins that I'm going to breed it with, I've got some options. If it's a female, I can go and choose either one of these two. If it's male, I can go with that one, and I'll be fine with that. It's there. So you'll notice how heavy these eggs are, and so it would be sometimes there's no way I could actually carry these things over there. I would just have to continually just get a little bit at a time, and do it that way. So. All right, Skywalker, you're coming to me. RG, I think if I pick you up, all your stuff is going to me. Yes. Okay, so all the trap stuff came into me, and we will head out to the redwoods. Redwoods. So now we're in the very far north. Up in, actually it's not on the north now, it's in the west on the map. And we're right here on, I've got a teleporter right here in front of the redwoods. And then this is the ruined castle that I believe is kind of new. I don't remember this being over here, so. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so let's see if we can. There should be a lot of beaver up in this area. You do need to kind of keep an eye out on the trees because there could be some thylos jump out at us. Over here, but here in this water area, there should be plenty of asteroids that we can. 55 has got a vampiric. Oxygen, that one. Kingsley. Beautiful food. Melee frail. Another heavy hitting. I've already got one heavy hitting. Level 2 heavy hitting. Desert berry. If we get plant bearing, that would be great. Oh, and if I find a draping over here, I would like to take that one too. Level 3 vampiric for Carno. Where did that happen? Another crash there. Let's continue looking for a good female beaver. Nice colors there. There she is right there. There she is. It's 145. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, let's set up our little trap. This is going to be just the basic 4x4 drop trap. And then I'm going to put this here around it. I have some nice under. Okay. Little boards around it. Asteroids cannot get in and out of that. I'm going to switch over to RG. I just had better control with the RG than I do with Griffin. You might be able to pick him up with a Griffin, but alright, where'd she go? There she is. Sure. She is. Over. Drop her in. how many kibble? I should have got the kibble. 4 kibble. Let's go get the kibble. We're going to put it in the fridge overnight. Kibble. What else do I need to get out of here? I'm going to take these. I just need to run across an Ovis. And maybe a little bit more of that. Alright, that'll be plenty. I need some food myself. Okay, so let's see. We should have enough food in there. Okay. So this is making my jerky. In order to do that, you need the spark powder and oil. My oil resource is the dung beetle in my greenhouse. So the dung beetle in my greenhouse is here, 4. Trying to keep an eye out on her torpor. So let's see if we can find another one while we're out here. Maybe a high-level male to go with her. Or that athletic. I think I can put her in here on top of her. Really should fit in there. Okay. Shouldn't take much to knock this one out. Enough. Okay. That number 2 athletic should be useful. Archaeopteryx. See if we can get this Beaver down. Know this by their eyes, kind of going through a rage at nighttime. And that's why sometimes in the daytime they don't attack us. But at nighttime, the trees were closed. think the loop puller thing works as long as you're capable of pulling it up. It will go. But if you're not, look how quickly this torpor goes down on these guys. So we're gonna need to get that up to the top. Okay. We're gonna need to get these guys some narco berries. Both of you. Maybe 100 each. Don't go too much. That should fill the torpor all the way back up, so the torpor will now pick all the way back up and then start falling again. Okay, so I think what we need to do is start harvesting these beavers. Oh man, you are gorgeous, gorgeous. Harvesting these beavers so that we can get new spawns and stuff in here. I don't have the heart. Okay, I'm back. After that crash, I did a restart on my computer. Came back, I was dead. I respawned over on the Redwoods teleporter, and I think I should be back to where I was now. Let's go check on these guys. One of them is hanged up. And the other one needs one more. And it has one more. Alright. Alright, so I hope that go a little while longer before the computer does stuff. I think when my graphics card starts to get hot after I've been on for a while, it does something and causing my crash. So and a lot of times after a computer restart I can go for a while. So we'll see how long this one will let me go. Have been on for quite a bit today, so I'll probably get off here in a little bit and do some other things. 145 male. Alright, I think I can put him in here. She is awake. Pick her up. 217. Nice health. Decent melee. I'm not worried about the stats on that one. Let's knock this one out here real quick. Just be 2. Okay. And then we'll need some narcotics on it. There's some narco berries still. Yep. We'll let it go down a little bit and get those narco berries on it. I'll probably track that one. Track. Pains in progress. Mail. just stick around until his torpor gets down to about half. Got room for one more in there if we need one. High endurance. So you can only put 5 sets of traits into your 150 Carno. Do I even want a Carno? Bird, you want some of this? I didn't think so. Alright, so what does this Carno need? It wants just regular kibble. Regular kibble. I don't know how to do that. How many superior did you need? You needed 4 superior. I'll run back and make that kibble real quick. Let me put some berries on here. Alright, that should be enough, so I can get back. I'm over here where the Carno's at. From here. Omega, Island Base. Okay, so I need 4 regular. 4 regular and 4 superior. Let's see, this not easy, that's not gonna do. Alright, do I have all my stuff in here? I do not. Let's get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cooperate today, and no, you're gonna make me pick you up and put you down. I think it's every day I can do that. So I'll be glad when I get the I'll be glad when I get the industrial cooker. Okay, so I need 4 of you. 4. Light fire. Disable autocraft. 4 of you. So this this will be enough to get the Casteroides. And that way we'll have 2 high-level Casteroids, male, female. And then we can get maybe a better offspring out of it and imprint it. And then I need 4 regular for Carno. When I get the industrial cooker, I can do like 50 at a time and that type of thing. But until then, this is the best we can do. I can't do, we cannot make, I think for the Superior I need to start making some of the vocal chili and Lazarus chowder. I have the stuff to do, it takes a long time to do it. So 4 kibbles, not too bad. And this is at the setting of 3 taming levels, so taming levels on 3. So that's kind of where we're at with this. Okay, now fire out and then get back on. Where is my silo? I'll leave her somewhere. Okay, so she's in a ball somewhere if she's still alive. Is she in this one over here? Silo. When I came on, I had several things missing out of my inventory and off my bar, so I should have been the only one on since then, but let me see. that's a 218. Yellow or red, yellow. Imprinted. These are all 100% imprinted. I have no idea where she's at. Could have another silo. Back. Last remote. Somebody eating me yet? Not yet. Storage being good. Alright, you get those. Well, too distracting. High endurance. Wait for a little bit more wood if I need to find some beaver dams. let's see what your stat is. 37, you're in the 30s for everything. Where's the good female? 49, 39s. And so she's better than what he is. In pretty much everything, except for the stamina, so you've got better stamina. So let's knock this one out here. And then I need to track her. And now detains in progress. Asteroids. We keep eye on her stamina. I do need to get some more narco berries. So let me get my Anki out. My inventory. About 100. And I'm just going to do I make more kibble for that one? 140. Try that. See what happens. So, 100% you could get 69 levels. Let's see how many levels you actually get with that. I think this is where I died. Probably my body was there. That's what it was. When I crashed, I fell into the water and drowned evidently by the time I got back. So, plenty high endurance. Alright, I think this is going to be my last one. I'm just kind of clearing this out. See if we can get some new spawns in. And then I'll check later on. See if there's anything any better. Let's see what this male that I have in there right now. Female, actually. See if we can get her weight up higher, because I would like to have a good weight. And then right now, 37, 39. So these two right there is the baby there. So it's for its nocturnal, for its trade. So let's see, how's the Carno? 39 melee, really poor health. Yeah, really poor health. Murphy's inventory. With F, always hit. Archae optics, are they knocked out? Yeah, they're knocked out. I just don't know if I have anything that'll knock them out without killing them. Alright, come on. Time here before your stuff is let's see, what is your wrong button. What's the payment effect? Okay, you're still at 99%. You got all of your levels. Now let's see, I'm looking at your weight. 49 weight, that's what we need right there. So we'll stick we'll breed both of these right here and get a male or a female from this one, a male and female from this one, and then breed those two together, and then that'll give us our good. I'll take that 49 weight, 39 melee on a Beaver. Okay, so let's do this. Island base. I'm going to be right here. We want this rail here. Let me see if I have a saddle for this car now. I do. It's a really good one. 241. I knew I had one. Let's check and see what this car is capable of doing. Now this is a it will be non-imprinted. I've not put any points into stats yet. Well, let's go see what he can do. I feel like he moves wider than he used to. don't want them to damage my buildings, though. Like, start doing a tail swap and my bison and stuff like that will get hurt, and they're on passive, I believe, so. How are we doing in here as far as... Okay, so that's the one we need. It's at 60%. Okay. Jump over that, which is good. Well, I think this is going to be a long video. I had a couple of computer crashes, but we have our beavers. I had this 150 Carno. We have kind of a tour of the place so far. And yeah, so I have my first actually real dino, Carno dino over here. So let me see if I can put this stuff here. Kind of put some extra meat. I don't need any meat there, so I'll just go ahead and put it in its storage upstairs, and okay, I don't want it to take my security cable. So yeah, that's the state of the matters over here, because gestation scorched here, huh? Spaghetti and inherent mutability. And so that's gonna mean it's gonna have a high food stat. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll see you later on the next update.